So this is finally the fifth part to my series where I tell the stories that might or might not be true. So I'm so okay. Now I no went yeah. So no, I was in the rocket, but then yeah. So I get back in the rocket from Mars, because yes, then I see on the news from Mars that this story is happening. So basically, most of you remember what happened in the ecosystem habitat nearly a decade ago, where like it didn't have any oxygen and nothing from the outside world wasn't there and none of it could get in. But eventually it was all broken after a couple of years. Like the big barrier. Most of us learned about in science class. So what I'm going to talk about here is that a lot of is that it was different on Mars because there was like the atmosphere was a lot different. And so I had to come out to Earth because but then my rocket crashed. So then it fell back onto Mars. So then there was this lady who was owning this shop that had like knickknacks and a few antiques, and it was mostly knickknacks and candy. So I purchased some of the stuff and put it in my rocket, and then I asked if there was fuel, and then she went to a gas station, and it was actually gas from Uranus. No, not Uranus. No, I got the gas and put it in my rocket, but then just when I was about to take off from the rocket, I saw these things. I didn't quite know what they were, so I asked someone else them what they were, and they said they were zombalians, and they're basically aliens, like a mix between zombies and aliens. So I had to get weapons. So I just got anything from the rocket I could. I got a basketball and I dropped on their head. And I got a crowbar, hit them with it. Um, I would like cover them in the tinfoil. I would trap them in cardboard boxes. I would tie them up in yarn. I would stuff them in my magician hat. I would um, Maybe put the ice on the ground. So then I guess we put them in the fridge an hour. In it was in the fridge an hour in the rocket. So, but the interesting thing was that I also used like a foam dart blaster and like and this light green and bright orange ball, and then there was like foam ball and the gun. It was like a Nerf gun. So yeah, we got weapons. So then I came back to Earth, and then the problem with finding my house was that I was there were certainly a lot of houses. A lot of them I couldn't differentiate. So then I got back on my rocket and then jumped up from a high place, and then lo and behold, I found one chimney and then it turned out to be the right one. Okay, so that all wraps it up. If there's anything else I'd like to say to that? And then there was I had to jump a lot, like from one place to the next. And thanks for sticking with me all the way through this series. Okay, Slurry Lava out.